Yeah, hi Karthik, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, thank you, bro.
Perfect.
Okay, so let me go to my legal entity, DL01, and from here we are going to start our first section of our SCM module.
Perfect.
Yes, so we were working on three sections. Okay, create a vendor, create a item, create a purchase order. So yesterday, what I did is I created a item group for you. Okay, so in the item group, if I today ask you what is an item group, can you explain me?
Hello.
Yeah. Can you
Yeah,
explain what is an item group?
I mean, item group would be if I say that if any items that we are selecting, right,
Mm-hmm.
and we categorize it under certain sectors. If I would say fast moving goods or slow moving goods,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we segregate those items in different groups. So that's
Mm-hmm.
called item group.
Okay. And going further, item group is related to the
Inventories,
to the main accounts.
main accounts. Yeah,
Okay, yes. Means whatever we are posting, all the financial transactions can be recorded using item groups. Okay.
item groups. Yeah,
So yesterday we have seen the item groups over the inventory. So in under the inventory, we have the item groups. And under the item groups, we receive few main accounts that need to be defined for a transaction.
transactions.
For a purchase order, there are few transactions which we need to define. Like in FMG, fast moving group, I have added cost of purchase material, purchase expenditure, cost of purchase material invoice, purchase expenditure for the product, and then I have explained the purchase expenditure for expense.
Yeah,
Okay, so these are the few main accounts which is required for a SC. Okay. Now
perfect.
going further, my item group I have created. I have added the item in the product information management under the release products. So the pet question from the interview in the SCM part will be, what is the difference between an item group, and the second one will be what is the difference between product and product master. Okay,
Yeah,
with product you get product is a
single variant.
single
Variant.
variant item,
Yeah,
and product master
master
is a
will
multi
multi.
variant.
Yeah,
Okay, so this is the product subtype. It is defined from the field of subtype. Okay, now
yeah,
you will click on this one, item number. Under the item number, if I go, you will be able to see,
item.
yes, under the inventory tab, you will be able to see the item group, manage inventory. Here it went. Expand all, then control F, item group. So can you see this is the
Yeah,
item group, but I have few other fields as well. So what I will do, I will go one by one. Okay, firstly, I will explain you supplementary item group. If I added it, and if I want to update a supplementary item group, then I can define over here. Means for a purchase, okay, this product is related to some item as well. Okay, means supplementary item means in case the mobile charger is not available of this particular type, you can create another item. Okay, you can sell another item. You can purchase another item. Okay, so in that case, you can use the supplementary item group as well. Okay, so instead of this item group, you will have a separate item group also that you can define over here. Then coming to the vendor rebate item group, again, this is just for the grouping purpose, nothing else. Okay, the main part is supplementary item group is also available in your sell tab also. Means for purchase also you will have a separate supplementary item group, or in case of a different item, means in purchase, if you can have separate supplementary item group. If you click over here, you can click on the new button, create a new supplementary item, supplementary sales item, supplementary purchase item. In that case, what will happen? In case the system doesn't have this particular mobile charger, system will suggest to go with a supplementary item group. Means this particular group can have a separate item group as well. Okay, this depends upon different to different criteria to criteria basis. Means in which particular industry you are working. In that case, we are going to utilize this item. Okay, more or less what my way of teaching is. I just want to give you the basics. Okay, and from there, once the basic concrete is developed, then you will also identify few things and I will also tell you the advanced things. Okay, that's why not going in a more detailed way. Okay, so we have ABC classification also. You might have learned it from in your MBA classes. Okay, ABC classification can be based on the value, can be based on the margin, can be based on the revenue and carrying. Okay, so my item group is created and now I want my item model group. So do you have any item idea what is the item model group?
No, I mean, I just
No.
want to ask, I mean, if you were telling about me supplementary item group, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we currently are working on mobile chargers. So
Mm-hmm.
supplementary should be somewhat related to mobile charger or can be any other items.
It depends upon the user. Maybe it will be mobile charger itself. Means mobile charger is not a good product to define under the supplementary item group. Supplementary item group can be defined for the commodities. Okay, a type of commodity means means it is coming from others means other than item group. Okay, sometimes a requirement comes up ki okay, we are fine with your this item group, but what I want to do is I want to go ahead with the I want to go ahead we want to segregate based on the purchases as well, based on the sales as well. Okay, in a purchase, there can be it can be sold with a different item group. Okay, so in that case, you can run a report based on the supplementary item group, or you can have different item groups as well. Okay, so
Okay.
it is basically for a further classification of the item, nothing more than that. Okay, it's not
Okay.
related to any
Understood.
ledger or anything. Okay,
Okay.
it is just for the information purpose. Nobody will ask you also what actually is supplementary.
Perfect.
So the first question, but yes, as a consultant, you should be aware of these part. Okay,
Okay.
this will be asked. So now I am going for the right click
Model item.
item model group. This is the second topic which is more important. Item model group. So this is the one. Okay, under the item model group, if you go, there will be several options for you. If you go to view details, okay, so if I click on the new button, and this is based on the inventory model. Now, what is the inventory model? We have FIFO, LIFO date, weighted average cost, standard and moving average. Okay, so let me go one by one. Firstly, I will tell you the concept of why it has been generated. I will make a table here. I will write transaction type. I will type sell price, purchase price. Okay, so what we did? One more I will add in a column of this. Insert to the right. Okay, transaction type, date, and then one more I will add to understand as the insert to the right is the quant. Okay, so firstly, anyway, mobile charger is coming, so we want to sell it. Okay, or let's say for example, there is a gold or other than gold. Let's say for example, there is a item. Okay, no problem. Let's go for the mobile charger, which we have created. Okay, so today is 23rd of September. Today we transaction type purchase mobile charger purchase. Now 23rd of September we purchased 10 quantity. Purchase price was 250 INR. Okay. Now coming to the part of mobile charger. The now this time it is all you can understand it is a cell. Okay. So now it's a sale transaction. Sale transaction also done on 23rd of September, and quantity was, let's say, we sold 8 quantity at a selling price of, for example, 275. Okay. Now it's a very simple one. But now what happened? On we found out that okay, we need another purchase. We need another procurement. So for that, what happens? The purchase happened on 24th of September, 23rd of September itself. No problem. Okay, today only in the evening we got the inventory requirement. We ordered 50 quantity list. But suddenly the price is hiked by 255. Okay, or 260 is the retail price now, 10 rupees sudden increase. Now selling. Selling is also happening on, let's say for example, tomorrow, 24th of September. Somebody asks, okay, I want 40 quantity of mobile charger for my employees, okay, to distribute. Okay. Now tell me one thing. How many quantities left on 23rd of September?
Two.
Two. Okay. I will
Yes.
add over here, insert below. Two quantities left. What was the purchase price? 250.
250.
Okay. Now what happened on with this particular purchase? 260. Insert below. Yes. Now with this purchase, that quantity becomes to 52,
52.
right?
Yeah.
But your purchase was done on a different price, right?
Yeah.
So how will you manage this particular scenario? Means when the 40 has come up, the requirement for 40 sale has come up, do you, in which particular quantity you will be getting a more profit? The first one, which is of 250, I will highlight it, 250. Then I sold it. I have on this particular one piece, how much profit I do have? I have a profit of
Around
25.
25. Yeah.
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 And over here, the purchase price, the selling price is also same. The selling price is 275 only. Okay, because I can't increase the selling price on a sudden day, because on 23rd only, within one day, how can I increase the price? So in that case, what I want is I will get a maximum profit from this, right?
Yeah.
This is the maximum profit rate. That's why, and we means this particular scenario is called as first in, first out. Means the inventory which comes first, you sell it first. Okay, because the price will change because of fluctuation of the price. Okay, so in that case, FIFO will be utilized first in, first out. Means it is used for the expired items as well. Means like milk, which is going to expire. Okay, the older will expire first. Okay, so whenever as a buyer, if you go to the market, you will always try to choose the item which has a first in, first out. Means which has a lesser expiry date, means which is produced today, right?
Yeah.
You want, है ना? But from a seller side, if I go, from a seller side, I want LIFO, last in, first out. That means from the milk only. What I want is milk is going to expire. It will be of no use. Then in that case, what I will suggest, no, keep the item which has a last manufacturing date. And LIFO is also utilized in the manufacturing products also, because manufacturing product has an expiry date involved with it. Okay, so that's why we go for the LIFO. Then there is a LIFO date also. This actually captures your date as well. Okay, LIFO date actually captures your date as well. In this case, with the last in, first out, a date also will be captured. Means a date also will be taken care. Okay, it nothing happens, but at the back end, system is going to treat the cost of the item, calculate the cost of the item. Suggestion of the item will be provided by the item model group. Am I clear with my point? Means
Perfect. Yeah.
what actually is this? Then there is a average. We call it moving average. Then we call it specific. What was that? Standard cost. Yeah. Now, the standard cost is majorly utilized for the manufacturing product, where the cost is involved, and if there is any variance in the cost, Let's say, for example, we are trying to manufacture this particular mobile charger. With the mobile charger, what are the raw material? The raw material is a cabinet. Your raw material is your wire. Your raw material is your transformer. Your raw material is your, what is the raw material? Transformer. The raw material is your, after the transformer, cabinet, wire, transformer, and within it there is a labor cost also involved.
Yeah.
There is a electric cost also involved. There is a machine cost also involved. Then there is a overhead cost also involved, taxation. Okay. So after all this calculation, the manufacturing guy then justifies the amount, the price of the item. Okay. So let's say, for example, this mobile charger at the manufacturing unit, it is costing you 100 units. Okay, 100 INR as a cost. But if suddenly your cabinet price gets increased, or your wire price increased, or overall the taxation on the on the charger is increased, then in that case there will be a additional burden over it. So this will go to your variance. This 10 will go to your variance. If there is any variance coming to the standard cost, that will go into the variance account. Okay. I will go ahead with the manufacturing also. Little bit of manufacturing I will also tell you. In that case, I will show you where this purchase is going on. Okay. तो हो गया, FIFO हो गया, LIFO हो गया, LIFO डेट हो गया, एंड मूविंग एवरेज हो गया, एंड देन वी हैव weighted average and weighted average date. Weighted average, weighted average, and weighted average date. Weighted average date. These are at the back end. If I say tell you everything is working on an average only, means to run the to check the per head price, system will say ki okay, we have purchased 250 for 10. That means the purchase price was so to the right, yes, unit price. I will write the unit price. If I go ahead with the unit price, the unit price is 250 divided by 10. It is 25
25.
each. Then we sold it. The unit price is somewhere around the unit price will increase over here because it is divided by 8. Then going further, two are left, 250, so 125 each. Means based on the movement of the item. Okay. Now I will draw one thing, and I hope then it will be more clear to you. What happens in a warehouse? Why this particular concept of item model group is important for you? See, this is your warehouse. There are racks. These are the racks: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the 6 racks where your item is coming. Okay. Now there is a warehouse guy. There is a customer. This is the customer. This is your warehouse. Now what happened? You purchase mobile phones. Right now Apple 16 Pro is coming up, right? So, or Apple 16 Pro is little bit newer version, so don't will not go with it. Let's say I have a laptop. This laptop is costing me today. It is costing me 50,000. It went and it kept this particular laptop in rack number 1 over here. Okay, this the quantity was 10. Now the purchase was made on 1st of September. After this, what happened? On 2nd of September, or let's say, for example, on 3rd of September, another purchase happened. This time, the price was reduced to 48,000. This was kept over here, 48K. Although the item will have a serial number in it. Okay, we are not taking that into consideration right now, just to understand the example. Okay. This is the customer he came up, and the standard cost of the on Amazon he has checked. The price was 60K. On Flipkart, it was 50K, 58K. So coming to you, he comes and asks you that, okay, I need this particular configuration and I want a laptop. How much you can offer? So there are two quantities, two purchase quantities you have. One is of 50K and one is of 48K. Because 60K is Amazon, 58K is Flipkart. As a shopkeeper, you need to give them the discount. So let's say, for example, you ask them, okay, I will sell it in 57.5K to you. No problem. Take the same configuration with me. In that case, what you will do, your warehouse guy knows this thing that, okay, I have two sets of purchases. One was done on 50K and one was done on 48K. Okay, this is the one. So where you have a higher margin, the higher margin is
48K.
on the second, yes. So
Yes.
how he will pick? So such type of scenarios can be easily handled with model group, item model group. Then in that case, system will assign you the same the system will assign you the item based on your item model group. Okay, if you have a serial number or if you, from where it should reduce the item. Okay, although item will have a site and a warehouse also defined with the item, but yes, in case of item model group is actually helpful for you in multiple ways. Okay, so one way is this one where you can work on it, but and now coming to the implementation part, this is the theoretical part. In the implementation part, everything will be moving average. Okay, means 90% of the case you will find the item as a moving average. But yes, in some cases you will find LIFO also, FIFO also, weighted average also, and the standard cost. Specifically, standard cost will be utilized in your manufacturing domain. Okay, so you need to focus majorly on the moving average. Moving average, how moving average works on total quantity divided by to, to, net price divided by total quantity. Okay, so I will keep my charger on the moving average, and over here I will type the MAVG. Okay, moving average, moving average. Others I will go ahead and check on it later. Okay, so from here, what questions can come up? The questions will be, what is a stock? Is it a stock product? Is it a non-stock product? The question can be, we have an item which what is a boolean? Okay, where we keep the stock price. So the stock product, okay, select this option to indicate that the product should be handled in inventory. Means this particular word, wherever this item model group is going to be assigned on the item, there the product must be in a quantity, it should be stocked. Then there is a cost price involved in it. So include the physical value, fixed receipt price. So cost price is something where you want to include the physical value as well. Means select this option that transactions that are physically updated should be included in the calculation of the average cost. At inventory clause, this parameter may be used. That means what it is saying, whenever a unit price is calculated, do you want to include the physical value as well? Okay, physical value will be calculated based on your um, the physical value is actually, see, the following inventory valuation methods use this parameter during inventory close, FIFO, LIFO date. Okay, the following parameter valuation do not use this parameter during inventory close, weighted average and weighted average date. So it is specifically saying that, okay, this physical value means every inventory will have some value assigned to it, right? You are purchasing some, we have purchased over here the 250 quantity. One, yeah. So I was talking about the physical value. Okay, so physical value majorly it will be utilized for the closing purpose, nothing else. Okay. Now the major part is ledger integration, means at the main account level you want to push the physical inventory or not, and you want to push the financial inventory or not. Financial means item will have two values associated with it. Okay, how? Now coming to the part of this customer, let's see from the customer point of view. He agreed with you. Okay, the customer agreed with you. He purchased one laptop, you created a PO against the PO. PO was 57.5K, and with this 57.5K, one laptop has come up with him. So he will have two things associated with it. If he is going to create a purchase order in his books of accounts, then he will enter like this: QTY 1, price 57.5, and finally the total price. I hope you are getting the point.
Yeah.
57.5. That means he need to track this one also. He need to track this one also. So in case normally it will be true for all, true for both. But yes, there are few items where the system does not want to calculate the physical inventory. Okay.
Okay.
Now post to deferred revenue, recognition of cost. How the cost is going to be recognized? Post to deferred revenue account on sales delivery. Okay. Deferred revenue क्या होता है? So deferred revenue, the accrued revenue that is accounted on the sales delivery is offset when the customer is invoiced for the delivery. That means a revenue in the revenue account, the sales value will be stored. Okay. In case if you are not making it true, what will happen? Then this is the cost of the particular item during the sale will not be added. Okay, in your closing value. Okay, तो इसको ना बाद में देखते हैं. Okay, what was the impact? Because major impacts will come on when you see the whole process. Then there is the inventory policy, negative inventory. Do you want to keep the physical negative inventory? That means whenever you are going to sell it, okay, in case the item is not available, do you want to post a negative inventory as well? So physical negative inventory will don't mark it to. Even I don't want the fiscal financial negative inventory also. Okay, but financial negative inventory will be required in some cases, so we will keep it as true only. Warehouse management. Do you want to enable the quarantine management or not? In case the quarantine management is added, the quarantine management means the quality testing. Okay, so for the quality testing, you can enable over here. We will come back on it later part. Okay, so further booleans are there, but as we proceed further, I will tell you. Okay, so click
Okay.
on the save button, close it. Let's add this moving average means the calculation of this particular item for the selection for the warehouse guy and for the selection of the costing purpose, the item model group will be utilized. Okay. Other than this, I need to have a storage dimension group. I need to have a tracking dimension group. Okay. So what you can do, you can go to the manage inventory section. Then where you can go to manage cost. Hmm. Product. So under the product, you will see there is a dimension groups. Okay, because storage dimension and tracking dimension is a mandatory thing. Okay, what is the storage dimension group that I will tell you now? So dimension group. There is a storage dimension group. There is a tracking dimension group. In your question in your interview, this question will surely come. What is storage dimension group? Okay, and how you can store it. So with this, with the word storage only, where particular this item I want to store. Okay, so I need to create a new storage dimension group for me. I think it is in the standard only. Yes. So let's go to the details. Let's go to the definition of this particular storage dimension. If you're not able to understand because it is all totally new for you, just be with me. Once I do a purchase order, you will be able to understand it. Okay, but
Yeah.
without giving you the basic understanding of these particular points, I can't move ahead. Okay,
Yeah.
because in the purchase order system will ask you enter the site and enter the warehouse, and I have not told you this, what is item, what is site and warehouse, so it will be a problem for me. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's why inventory management. Go to the sites. Sorry, warehouse management. Inside the warehouse management, collapse all, setup, dimensions. Where is the dimensions? Yes, so we have a site. Firstly, I was telling you the storage dimension group. So let me go to the storage dimension group. I think storage dimension group I will find out in the inventory management. Then. warehouse monitoring, no dimensions. Yes. This is the storage, storage dimension. Like you have in the financial world, we have a financial dimensions. In the inventory world, we have a storage dimension. Okay. So storage dimension, it is under the product information management setup, dimensions and variants group. So this is already defined for you from where it is coming up. It is coming up from the system itself. Okay, we will keep it like this. If you want to create a new based on this particular criteria, your system will ask you again inside the purchase. Okay, so we have a site. If I select a site as a storage dimension group, I need to enter my site and warehouse. These two information I need to enter in my system. If I go with the site and warehouse, there are few ticks extra in the site. I for the warehouse, I don't want any physical inventory to be maintained. I don't want any financial inventory to be maintained. Coverage plan is for your master planning module. We will come on it later. For purchase prices, okay. So, but if I go for the site and warehouse, I need to define for these one. Okay, and if I go for site, warehouse, and location, one more boolean will be marked as true. If we want to go for the warehouse management process, in that case, we need to assign all these three booleans should be. Okay, what I will go do now, I will add the site and warehouse for it. Now, what is the site and warehouse? If I go ahead with this one, site and warehouse. So, let's say delivery for which we are implementing. The code is DL01. They are working in logistics domain, transferring one item from A source to B source. Okay, they will have separate warehouses. They will have a warehouse in Delhi, Mumbai, China, then Hyderabad, then your Rajasthan. Means in every state they will have a warehouse. They can have a warehouse. Okay, they can have a site. Okay, and within site, this is your site. Okay, and broader level, this is site. Then within it, there is warehouse, and within it, there will be several other parts like we have seen over here, the location, the inventory status, license plate. Okay, so it is a hierarchical structure. Okay, so people will ask you in the interview what is the storage dimension group, how you are maintaining the storage. Okay, so let me close this form and utilize the product release. Under the release product, change my product dimension. Mm. So this is the item. So for this item, what I will do, I will go ahead with the storage dimension. So it is hidden. I'm not able to change it. I will give the storage dimension group over here. I want storage and warehouse to be tracked. Then I want the storage tracking dimension group. What is the tracking dimension group? Under the tracking dimension group for an item, once you have defined that, okay, these are my sites. Okay, site will be Delhi, Mumbai, location, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad, and Rajasthan. These are your sites. Within sites, there is a warehouse. Let's say, for example, within Delhi, there are five warehouses. In Mumbai, there are two warehouses. In Chennai, there is one warehouse. In Hyderabad, there is seven warehouses. And in whatever it is, yeah. So these are the warehouses. Within the warehouse, based on the item quantity, means it is your laptop and my laptop is different, right? Be,
Yeah.
they will be different based on the configuration, based on the color, okay, based on the screen size. But what is the main thing they are dependent on? They are dependent on the serial number. My serial number will not match with your serial number, which is a unique generation. Okay. So similarly, you will have your tracking dimension group enabled. So tracking dimension group, either you can keep it none or you can keep it as a serial number. Okay, so firstly, the mobile charger will come with the serial number, so I will keep the serial number and click OK. So both these dimensions will be updated. Now, once this is updated, you will have your unit, purchase unit, in which unit you want to purchase it. So it will be, the unit is not provided over here because in the standard application, this needs to be created based on the company to company basis. So I will go to the view details, and over here we have few ones. Why it was not showing there? 1 minute. Unit creation wizard, create based on metric unit, create based on US standard units. Okay. Next, else we will create the application. It is already created, then why it is not taking up over here? Purchase unit, convertible all. Okay. So we will keep the one as let's say for example, mobile charger normally comes in pieces. So what we will do, we will take the pieces one. PCS. Pieces is not there. E each is also not there. What happened? I don't want also. I will take 1 minute. Inches, kilogram, meters, milligram, here, pence for single. They are not given. We need to create them.
Each
Centimeter.
was there.
Each. Where? Yes, correct. Each is there. Okay. Now I am not coming to the taxation part. I'm not coming to the charges part as well. Now I will come to the sales unit. Sales unit also be. I will save it. So my item is saved now. Okay. And now what we can do? We can go ahead with the close button. We will go ahead with the mobile charger item, product master. My item is now completed. Okay. If there is any error, I will check in the purchase order section. So my second thing comes up with the vendor part. Let's create a vendor. It's not key only the product information is completed. It's just key we have created a basic item. Okay. So now we will create a all vendors over here. All vendors. Click on the new button. So to create a vendor account is already generated by the system. It is because of the number sequence. We will give the item. We will take the item as Apple Information Center. Okay, this is the name of the item, name of the vendor from which we are going to take the charger. Over here, it is asking for a group. Why it is asking for a group? Similarly, as I told you, we have a we have item group, we have vendor group as well. Okay, so I will take two vendors. One is domestic. Okay, and then I will take as a overseas vendor. Overseas vendor. So how I will define it? I will define it from my system configuration. Okay. So I will go for the groups. I will go over here. I will go for the groups as domestic. Okay. I will add the address over here. So to add the address, Okay. So Apple information center. Now purpose is done. We will give it a let's say for example we were the address was in US I think,
UK.
na?
Mm,
UK was there.
yeah, it was UK.
So we will give it GPR.
GPR.
Okay, and then we will check if postal address is there or not. We will take the call list. Then I will go for the OK button. Everything will come over. Below section, we will have a contact information where we can add phone number, email address, URL, the fax, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Okay, so we will give it a phone number. Let me give the phone number. Now, if this is the primary one, I can also add the email address. The email address will be okay. So this is also done. Then there is some credit rating by group. All these we will check in a later section. Okay. Other than this, no, nothing is required. We will save it. Now what we will do, we will go for two parameters form. Okay. So the two parameters form are firstly is the accounts payable parameter. If I close all, master data is set up. Now we have to check this master data is completed. Now we have to check the setups of these. Okay. So for that, we will go for the uh, setup accounts payable parameters. So over here, you can go for the vendors, you can go for the product receipt, you can go for the vendor approval. Okay. What I want to tell you is it a one-time vendor or not? Okay. So if you are going to create a one-time vendor, you can set up over here the one-time vendor account. Okay. But I will suggest don't use it. Means well, once we enter into vendor, okay, he will always be remain in our contact list. Okay. So this feature is applicable for those from whom we are purchasing from at once only. Okay. So there is a post product receipt in ledger. If I don't use this particular ledger, there are three major actions in a purchase cycle. What are those three actions? So actions in purchase cycle. So the purchase cycle, you will order something, you will give it a confirmation to your vendor. To vendor sends the item to your warehouse. You check it, razor, you check it warehouse pay, and then from the warehouse, a financial invoice will be generated. Okay, and this invoice will be paid by the finance. These are the three steps. Okay, so the first one is confirmation, second one is receipt of the item, and then the final one is the invoicing where the financial impact. Okay, so similarly, if I don't use this post product receipt in ledger, if I don't use it, system will not generate any financial entry at the time of product receipt. But sometimes it is required, and 90% of the cases it will be required. Okay, what happens when I purchase something and it is at the invoice level, it is under the warehouse section. So we will have few entries like purchase order expense because we have already expanded. There will be purchase accrual. That means we have to pay to this vendor. Okay. So we have accrued this particular amount of vendor. Okay. Now coming to the part is one thing is this, you can also enable vendor approvals. If I click on this button, and what are the fields where I want to enable the vendor. Okay, so allow changes without approval. Create change proposals. Okay, so if I click on the create change proposal, and let's say for example, I want to change the term of payment, and I will save it. Now once I save it, I will go to the vendors form, all vendors. Now I will go to the all vendors account, and I will try to update a edited terms of payment. Where is the terms of payment? Invoice and delivery tab. And over here we have a terms of payment. It's not here. Yeah, this is the one. Payment terms require approval. Okay, so if I add it, so it is asking me the current is blank, another one is 70, which I am proposed, and then close it. What will happen over here? The proposed changes. Okay, so after the proposed changes, I need to follow a workflow process. So there is a workflow process inside the system which you need to enable. Enter the accounts payable workflows. If I click on the accounts payable workflows, I will click on the new button. Over here, I will find out proposed vendor changes workflow. Okay, so I will click on it. It will open a workflow framework for me. What I will do, I will utilize this particular workflow in Internet Explorer. So are you getting my point? Because I'm running from one screen to another screen. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I'm understanding. Yeah, no problem.
normally if you go with SAP also, I believe same configuration is utilized, right? Only the
Yeah,
architecture is different.
yeah,
Okay.
somewhat,
So,
somewhat same. Yeah.
what I will do, I will go for the DL01. So here I will go DL01 and I will enter. I will go for the new button. I will go for the, okay, this is project, I believe not. I don't want the project. What I want is accounts payable. I want to go with the accounts payable workflows. Because the workflow, there will be another application getting opened, okay, and it doesn't opens in Google Chrome. So that is the thing. Vendor proposed vendor change workflow. Why I'm configuring it? Because I just want to tell you that how it can be configured. Okay. So let me go ahead. Let me check what is the password we have. Close it. Move it here. Move it here. Paste it. Go over here. Go over here. What will happen after it? A particular form will open for you. Okay, a particular another form will open for you where you need to configure your workflow. Okay, let's wait for some time. Hmm. So this was the one I was talking about. Okay, so a workflow editor will enable. So from here, it will be little bit difficult for you, but it's okay. Means you just try to understand it. Okay, if you're not understanding it, then also it's fine. Let's wait for some time. Give yourself some time. It is easy for you. So actually, what is there now? The system starts the workflow. Okay, right? Like here, I want to. I have asked for some changes. So it will start and it will go over here. Then once this particular process is done, it will go for the end. This is a simple work. But over here, it is asking for a selected assignment type is done. If I go over here, double click on it, it is asking that okay, who is going to who to whom it should assign. Okay, so you can assign the user, then you can give the username that okay, it should go to the admin because I am the user. Then if there is any time limit, one day it will go from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday only. Then what is the completion policy? All approvers can approve it. Okay, close it. There is a some message, work item subject, vendor account proposal workflow. Okay, by control A, control C, control V. Okay, now close it. Once all the errors are gone, okay, it is asking for this one also. Let's create a submission step and close it. You can add your email template also, but I'm not interested in that right now. I will save it, save and close it over here. I will give it a version V01 and I will click activate the new version. It will close. Then once it will close, your system will show your workflow over here. Is it active or not active? Okay. So let's wait for some time more. It will active. Let's wait for some more time. What will happen over here is if now you go to accounts payable all vendors and you click over here, you will see there is a proposed change section. Okay, so close all and there will be workflow button enabled for you over here once it is closed. Okay, and then you can go ahead with the workflow. Once the workflow is approved, then only you will be able to change the terms of payment. Okay, so meanwhile, let's wait for some time.
सर स्टक हो गया क्या? ऊपर नॉट रिस्पॉन्डिंग दिखा रहा है.
हाँ हाँ, ये थोड़ी देर के लिए स्टक होगा, बट इट्स ओके, फाइन, नो प्रॉब्लम.
Okay.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it will close and we'll see the line over here. Once you see the, yes, the line has come up now. Okay, and you can see this is closed now. If I go to Google Chrome now, I will refresh this particular form. Now a workflow is enabled for you. See, है ना?
Yeah.
So once your workflow will be changed, so you will go for the submit. Term of payment changed. Changes required. Please approve. Okay, submitted. Workflow is submitted. It will go for the approval process. It will show you changes pending for workflow. You will go to the, you can see the workflow history over here. Click on the view history. It will show you the history form over here, and I will refresh the particular form. Now refresh it again. It is under the submission status. It takes around 1 or 2 minutes of time to move to the next step. So meanwhile, it is getting approved. Okay, so submitted to workflow. Let's wait for some time. I just want to go sequence by sequence, so that is the reason. TL01. From where it has taken this particular submitted by. If you go to the users system administration, under the system administration, you will see the users. I hope I have told you earlier also. If you go to the
Yeah, yeah.
admin, so there is a person button. So person form, from there it is picking up. Okay.
Okay.
Now I will
Yeah.
go to the accounts payable all vendors. Let's see if it is moved to the next step or not. See, it has now moved to next step. If you go to view history, this is coming to me because I have assigned it to myself only. Okay. If I have not assigned it to myself, where it will go? It will go to my manager. Okay, close it, workflow, approve. It will ask for the changes. Okay, I will write okay, approved, verified, and approved. Approve. It is now. So once it is approved, you will go ahead and then you can see that okay, the terms of payment should get changed. Workflow, is it completed or not? Then let's go to the view history. Approval, approved. So here you can see the tracking details. Work item approved. So approved. Now you will go to the work item approved, approval status, work items, and I will close this particular form. I will refresh it, and once I refresh it, you should see the 7D automatically coming up over here. Yes, so now you can see the 7D is now approved. So I hope you got the point how the vendor approval. So similarly, if you can see, this feature is applicable for customer master data also, and sometimes a customization also people want in this particular section. We only have these fields. You can add a number of fields for you. Okay.
Okay.
So here I will stop for today. From tomorrow when we will meet, we will do some more configuration in the product information management module and the accounts payable module. Okay.
Okay.
So thank you. Meanwhile,
Thank
you
you.
try it out, create a vendor, create an item in your machine, and then do let me know. Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.